Ivan wants to speak about referees really quick.
I feel like people get the wrong concept around refs. Like when refs were put into the game, they're just there to like control the game. They're not there to call every single call.
You think it's more important that the referee keeps the game moving, keeps the flow happening, rather than every single call?
Well, yeah, because that's what makes the game, beautiful. Makes the game more entertaining to watch. If we just get a call every 2 minutes, we're just gonna be watching set pieces and penalties and free kicks all game.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's what's happening all
Which
the
is
time,
not the point of the game.
Yeah, you're supposed to have the flow, supposed to have the move. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
Yeah, I do agree with that in a sense because obviously, if there's like an actual foul, you call a foul, but like a little bit of physicality doesn't hurt. I know there's a German ref who refs in the Champions League. I always enjoy watching the games he refs because he allows like a lot of physicality to go on, and it keeps the game flowing well.
I always love to watch either Scottish football or when a Scottish referee is refereeing in Europe, because they let so much more physicality happen. There was a Scottish referee, I think it was a Spanish team and a French team were playing, and there was a tackle, and both teams kind of just stopped because I thought it was going to be a call, but the referee's like, no, play on, because in Scotland, anything goes. You could kill a man and it's okay.
Well, yeah, that's what makes the game pretty entertaining,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, and especially with like VAR now, it's like you're just watching VAR for like 5 minutes at a time sometimes. It's like crazy.
VAR takes way too long.
A lot of game time.
Kyle said, but then again, penalties, free kicks, and cards are used to make sure players don't get injured. Yeah, that is true, Kyle. So Jaden wants to come out and talk about VAR as well.
Hey, my name is Jaden. I think that VAR should be like out of the game at all, especially after I watched that Portugal game where when Cristiano Ronaldo got that goal, and they said because of VAR they said it wasn't a goal. I was just as mad at Cristiano Ronaldo.
I think in that game actually there was no VAR. That's why.
And no goal line technology as well. If you're talking about the one against Serbia.
Yeah, if the technology had been there, it actually would have been given, and Portugal would have won that game.
Either way, I just don't like VAR at all.
I think we agree. I think VAR is just put in, like, it's used the wrong way, is how I see it. It should just be for the clear and obvious, not the 1 millimeter offside, like your arm offside kind of thing. There's lots of times where, in the past, I remember just when Fulham was just back in the Prem, like, there was just goals that just should have been completely disallowed, like, because he was, like, 5 feet offside, and it's like, and it's just, it doesn't count. It counts as a goal. It's like, well, that's kind of annoying. So that's where I like VAR, but when it comes down to these checking offsides by a millimeter, it's just brutal.
Yeah, like I was talking about a couple of weeks ago, I think Neil Warnock in the championship, he was like, I like the concept of VAR, but right now it's not being implemented right. And like, for example, Greg, when it comes to like those very close calls with like your elbow, like that's bull crap. Like,
yeah, it is.
Yeah. But there's certain cases where it needs to be used, right?
100%.
Well, it definitely still has its place in the game. Like it's
there you go, Ryan. Ryan puts
the technology needs to be used correctly. Yeah. For it to be I don't know. It has to be used correctly, I think.
But then it's also like, just quickly, with the Serbia-Portugal game, the fact that we're in like a World Cup qualifiers. These games are actually very important, and that they're not in it. Goal line technologies. How is that not in there? I don't get it.
Yeah, I agree with that. It should definitely just be UEFA or FIFA, whoever's in charge of it, should just implement it in all major stadiums, especially when big games are being played.
What's going on, guys? What's up, Matthias?
Yeah, I wanted to share my opinion about the VAR, how it could be better.
Sure.
Like, do you guys know hockey?
Yeah, we watch. We watch ice hockey. Yeah.
I mean, some of us do.
Yeah, in field hockey, you also have kind of VAR. And it's like, I think every team has 3 or 5 calls. Like, you can call the VAR if you think it was something went wrong, and if you made a right call, you hold your three uses, like, and if you make a wrong call, you there is one of the 3 uses away. At the moment the VAR is used, that the time stops
Yeah, here in North America for ice hockey and like American football, they would call that like coaches challenges kind of thing. So if you think the referee made the wrong call, you can like challenge like 2 or 3 times a game, and
That's it.
And they'll take a look at it. So I see what you're saying. With could that be implemented in football somehow? Like, oh, I think this was offside. I want you to take a look at it. It just might slow the game down even more than VAR already does. I think potentially.
Yeah. Also, the issue of like, then it goes back to like where it's like clear and obvious. Like, imagine if you don't have one of your things for a clear and obvious, and it's just like, how do you miss that? Like, it's 20 feet offside. It's like in the score. It's like it's stuff like that.
If it's only a few calls a game, like there's some games where there's like 10 VAR checks in a game, 15 VAR checks.
Yeah.
Where, with what Matthias is saying, I think it could keep the flow a little bit better. And it's not like managers also get on the touchline look at like replays as well, so they'd be able to see if there's something questionable there.
Yeah, 100%. They would be able to look at it. But I see what you're saying, Matthias. Yeah.